Lately, wisdom keepers from all around the world, especially among the traditional people, descendants of the ancients, and they speak a lot of wisdom, truths that nobody can deny. But then, where do we begin with truth that makes sense? I say sense. And how can we sense? We sense in different ways. All the sensing we register here in our brain, in our mind, can think about it, can do something about it. We sense by touch, by emotions, by thinking. And how can we do that? How can we sense? What enables us to feel, have emotions, to think? If that is out of control, or if that is not within our control, then what do we sense? We sense what circumstances or other people want us to sense. And that's why today there are many ways to get us out of control, by the sensorial, the emotional, the mindset. First of all, by taste. Never before in human history there are so many so-called tasteful things. There's sugar, chemicals, even taste today are concocted with small amounts of essences of tissues of aborted fetuses. That's true. Like Nestle and major brands, they all work with this kind of artificial taste from the human flesh, baby tissues of aborted babies. So what do we sense? And many of these tastes, especially based on animal products, dairy products, meat, they come from animals that have been brutally handled, grown up, tortured, and when we put that food in our mouth, we also sense that. It influences our senses. Our emotions, they really come from deep within. And our thinking, are we really thinking uniquely from within? Or is it this reactions to what is projected on us? So people get emotional, ongoing dialogues, but not really thinking, not really having emotions, thought patterns under control, so we can reflect our uniqueness and come to an interaction which are supposed to be complementary, and that happens by the complementary relationship. We can grow like a tree, as a branch system and the root system, and they're different, so they can unify heaven and earth through the constant interaction The tree can grow by these complementary opposites. We have it also within us. We have here a brain, and what is polarized to the brain is here in the small intestine. And here in this opposite of the brain, right, we change food into our blood, and the blood via the heart to the brain. So we have three things. We have here inner heaven, inner earth, and where heaven and earth meet is the heart. So by this trinity we can sense. That's why we have the synapses, outside and inside, and this reaction or this interaction between the outside and the inside, and that is centered in our brain via the blood, via the heart. So when that blood has a total relationship with the totality, with heaven and earth, then our thinking or sensing becomes also total. And that also indicates truth. Truth is whole, is complete, total. So we cannot speak the truth, we cannot think in a truthful way and perceiving things as it is, truthfully, wholly, unless we have a total, truthful relationship with the totality. Truth, they say, also is inevitable. That means inevitable. Is prevails. That means it's infinite. You cannot stop truth. Like this moment now, is a touch to the infinity. You cannot stop it. So truth, same thing, is unstoppable. And that is that correlates with the power of the seed. So a seed, that is manifestation of the infinite, realized infinity. It's a seed. So the original seed, that is the source, it is the infinite, the totality, the oneness. So when we plant the seed, get more seeds, and more seeds, and more seeds, growth. It's infinite, infinite. So in the Bible, okay, because the Bible has been changed, manipulated several times, and we don't know really if the Bible is completely truthful. There's a lot of truth, but there are also parts that have been manipulated. Such as Jesus said, it's more important what goes out in the mouth or what goes into the mouth. Is it true? Because it's another scripture has been found recently, authentic, has never been touched, manipulated by scholars, by priests. That is the Gospel according to Thomas. It was found in Israel. They call it the Dead Sea Scrolls. In that scripture said, Jesus said, it's more important what goes into your mouth than what goes outside of your mouth. Speaking the truth. Which one is more powerful? What's more true? Now, when we reason a little bit, in a linear sense between birth and death, what is first? The food that becomes the blood, or thinking? First we must have a body and a nerve system, brain, before we can think. And blood whereby we can sense, what we can think, comes from food. So the food, put in the mouth, becomes the blood. After that, you can think, you can sense. So what is first? Practically speaking. So whoever manipulates and controls our food can control our thinking, or sensing. So this is the great trap humanity is in today. We are controlled from the outer primarily by food. So especially the food that contains the seed. It is the whole, for the human, the total memory, the total seed is the whole grain, the wholesale grain. That's the main food of humanity. Today, not many, maybe very few people on a daily basis have the wholesale grain as the main food. It can be replaced with manipulated food, refined foods like white rice, white bread, potatoes, fruits. But that is not a food that we need for the total memory that we can use for the totally able to sense, to become conscious, to realize that we are creation in the human form. That's who we are. So unless we can realize ourselves totally, that means realize that we are creation in the human form, we cannot realize that we are the creator of our own reality. And we begin to create from within with food. That food becomes the blood, and the blood we can sense, and we can make choices and decide what to do with our life. Think about it. I hope.